Yo, Be a Code, what's up? Good morning. How you doing today? Appreciate you being here like always, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Man, today for me was a bit of a journey to get up and get ready for the stream, but we're here now. Good to go. I'm gonna move my coffee a little closer because I feel like I'm gonna be grabbing it a lot as we get started. Long time ago, heck yeah, man. Long time ago. It's insane. It's crazy to think about. It's like imagine a world where you didn't have an iPhone, or even just a smartphone in general. Crazy, man. Crazy world. But anyways, thanks for coming by, everyone. Today we are getting back into day 22 of Cycles Refactoring. That means we got 6 more days until we are ready for the next release of this app. I had a couple ideas. There is a way to do like an open beta testing, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to open beta test this as we go through it. I'm thinking maybe either we do that on day 28 or we just submit. It's kind of up in the air, because I haven't spent any time testing this, like this version on my device, you know what I mean? So it would be cool maybe if we do like a beta test on maybe on day 26 or something, assuming that we can finish by then. 26. Yeah, that's in 4 days. I think it's possible. Test flight? Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Test flight now has the option to just give people a link and then they can sign up. They can automatically get access, which is really dope. So it'd be really easy. Just kind of post it in here. Get people hyped if they want to check it out, and that's all about it. But yesterday we left off on a bunch of memory issues. If you don't remember, we had all these issues with syncing cycles and sending them to iPhone and Apple Watch, blah, blah. But now we should be good to go. Feel pretty confident about it. Speaking of which, just got my first cycle of the morning, and mine is to stretch. So we're gonna do a little hand stretch. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna continue on from there pretty much, and essentially I time blocked it where we got about 30-40 minutes to work on this cycle color randomization stuff. I think it's been a little too long for something that's not extremely important. So we're gonna do probably about 30 minutes. So almost at the top of the hour, we'll stop and see where we're at with that, and then because we still have all this stuff to do. All these things need to be complete, so I want to make sure we give ample time to do that. But without further ado, let me grab another bit of water. Let's get started. Let's do it. Okay. So I think the first thing I'm going to want to do is, I think we're going to just go ahead and check our cycle color, our set ring asset method, essentially where all of this is happening, right? And I kind of just want to rework it to do it a different way, not how we're currently doing it. So essentially what's happening is we check to see what colors are already being used, right? Start with an initial color. This I just set up as green. I like that color a lot. And then we check to see if a color is available. So there are possibility for duplicate colors, which is a big thing. So possibility for duplicate colors. I think there's 8 colors in total. So when you go through all 8 colors, let's say you have 9 cycles, you should be able to get the next color in line. I can relate to not being able to get up as early as easy. It's a January thing. Yeah, man, I think, one, I went to bed kind of late last night, and then I'm also starting to go to the gym during my lunch, during work. So I worked out yesterday for the first time in a while, and yeah, it just wears you out. You know what I mean? Just a lot of stuff, but it'll be fine. Yeah, and then also it's the end of the week for me. Usually around this time, waking up at 4:30 every day gets a little more difficult towards Thursday and Friday. But yeah, so we have the possibility for duplicated colors, and that means that we could again have 8, and then cycle 9 would be back to the initial color. I don't know why I put it there, but essentially we put this here. So if color array was null from memory, we have nothing yet. That means we haven't set any colors or any cycles. That's step 1. So let's say we're in the onboarding flow. We go through it. We create our very first cycle. What do we do at that point? So at that point, we go in here. It pulls from memory. It's like, hey, there's nothing there. It's nil. And then we check to see if there's any colors there, but it's nil. So it actually, yeah, if it's nil, it should automatically just set our initial color here. Oh, maybe this might be our issue. So we're saving to memory. We're saving to memory, and then we're returning our color. So the reason why we return our color is so the cycle that we just created, one of the init parameters is a color that you want to set it as. And so we pass back our new color. No, but yeah, every time we save it, and then if, let's say, we cancel out the cycle, you don't want it, it actually removes that color from memory, which is exactly what we're trying to look for. So what do we want to do in that sense? Because we could change the constructor for a cycle and just not include a color, and every time a new cycle is created, we just run this method. It's essentially what we're doing already. But I don't think that's necessarily needed. It seems like on each separate device, the color array is working fine. The color array is working fine, like if I run it solely on Apple Watch and I run it solely on iPhone. Let's actually try that. Let's start with that. Because at the end of the day, it literally could just be a memory thing. There's like some weird discrepancy. There should be an easier way. Yeah, you're right. There should be an easier way. The problem is the randomization of it, right? Or like the uniqueness of each color. I didn't want to have like 10 green colors come in and then, you know, like 5 blues and 3 reds, and I wanted to have them all mixed up. So maybe that's the key. Maybe the key is to literally just set a like randomized timer, and we just pick one of the colors. We don't even have to worry about storing any of these colors in memory. Like literally, maybe that's just the that's just the fix. Because at the end of the day, one of the features that I want to add into this, like in the very near future, is color selection. So you can select whatever color you want, and potentially do a like paid in-app feature where you can add any color you want instead of the ones that are just given. So I feel like that's probably the way to go, because this is gonna change anyways, you know. Okay, so first of all, it's trying to append the color pink, even though it already has green, blue, orange, pink. Oh, see, it has green, blue, orange again. We're gonna go the random color route. This literally makes no sense. I think we should just set up a timer. Like, not a timer, but just a randomized color. Yeah. I just don't want it to. I don't want it to spit out the same color over and over again. That was my only concern. But I think it might be okay. And if that's the case too, that actually eliminates a entire write and read from memory, which is actually really big too. Let's freaking do it, man. Let's just do it. I'm gonna comment this out for now, and then once we implement, we'll just clean it up. And then, or actually, maybe I'm gonna keep this, and I'm just gonna create another method called like get random ring asset, and then remove ring asset would be a thing that's not even needed anymore. So let's do func get random ring asset. Yeah, we're just returning a cycle color. And here, literally, just get a random color. So how are we gonna do that? We're gonna probably need to start with yeah, literally just set up a random method, and then what was it saying? It was cycle colors all cases. Yeah, this returns a enumerable. Yeah, so we get all the different color cases there. Now let's figure out how to do random. I think the last time I used this was like back in Swift 2, so I'm sure something has changed. Learn app making, random numbers in Swift. Is it really just int random? Wow. The half open range operator is used, and the result is range that runs from 0 to 10, not including 10. Close range number to get random integers from 0 to 10, including 10. Yep. Oh, they even have a random bool. Wow, that's actually really cool. No. Random element from an array? Holy moly. That's fantastic. That's actually really cool. What a great method. So, like, literally, all we have to do is cycle color dot all cases dot random element. It's literally all we need. Dude, that's so dope. Wow, wow, wow. I wish I could only build native apps, but then there's time constraints. Yeah, dude, I mean, if you're working with like all platforms, it's definitely a time constraint for sure. Once you have someone that, you know, you're building it with people that are like pretty experienced in the platforms already, it's probably a lot easier that way, you know? Yo, Evgen, what's up, man? Hello, good people. Hello, good sir. How you doing? Dude, this is so cool. I had no idea. Value optional. Does this return a optional? Or is all cases optional? Wait a second. Wait a second. No, all cases. It does return that. That's interesting. What's up, Kaz? How you doing, my guy? Oh, because if all cases is technically empty. Gotcha. Gotcha. Can we just do a guard here? Can we do a guard return? I've never seen this before, but I'm interested to see what it says. That'd be pretty fancy. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. It was a good try. It was a good try. Good thinking outside the box, Alec. I guess that wouldn't make sense for a guard statement. Just here while I have dinner again. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you coming by for your dinner. I guess we should make this an optional A. So if that's the case, then we can just return. We don't even need to do guard. We just return cycle color dot all cases dot random element. Yeah. So we'll just return that, and then we'll unwrap it. Oh, oops. All good. Finally back at work. Losing all my routines over the holidays made me almost lose my mind. I hear that from a lot of people. People especially that are just like very strict on how they used to do things during the day. And well, good, man. Cycles has come along well. Essentially, you know, we've been having all these issues with colors, and I just decided now, like, let's just randomize the color, and that's it. So literally, our new method's going to be get random ring asset, and it's just gonna grab a ring color, and it's gonna return it. We're not gonna care about which ones have been used, which ones haven't, blah blah blah. It's just, this is the easiest way, and that actually removes 2 read and write codes, or read and write processes. So seems like a no-brainer, especially since it will be changed. Definitely will be changed later. The only thing now, we just need to make sure we unwrap these properly. So we don't necessarily need a guard here. I put it in the wrong spot. No wonder. Did nothing but eat and read up on Golang. Very cool. Hope you had some good food and you learned a lot about Golang, my guy. So here, light color, we're just going to do get random ring asset. And I'm thinking, I guess we could do a guard here. Problem is, I don't want to break out of this whole thing. I just want to. This is what I usually get confused about, because if I do an if let here, right? My color only scopes to... My color only will scope here. Well, only scope inside my block, but then I still want everything to continue, but I don't necessarily want to constrain the continuation of this code based on this, if that makes sense. Maybe what I can do then is, yeah, flex color. We set our cycle equal to cycle color. Else we just set our cycle to cycle colors dot initial. Pretty much that will be our new statement. Yeah, okay. Or maybe something even better. Why don't we just go ahead and set that in here? So not return not return an optional, just do getting rid of my cycle color. I'll say guard let color equals cycle color dot all cases dot random element, else return initial color, and then else here we just return color. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Just have them cycle through each color. RGB life. Dude, that'd be pretty dope. Just like fading in and out of each color. I found RPC the most interesting, and it will be really valuable for my projects going forward. Nice, man. That's super exciting. That's super exciting. What was the coolest thing you learned about it? I'm just gonna print these out for now. Cool. So that should do the trick for us. And that still means then all you need is this here. So we'll always return a value. Which I like to see. Constantly, yeah, dude. That's actually not a bad idea. I think people might find that pretty cool. I'd have to figure out how to do that though. Dope. So essentially we just using that. Throw that there. Well, I really thought I'd use this in a lot more spots, but I guess I didn't. Ring color. All right, all right. Oh yeah, so we still have our test case here. Probably want to do something with that. How much is simplified service to service communication? Gotcha. Nice, man. I feel like I really need to get more into that side of development. That's probably the part where I lack the most. For sure. Yeah, so we have test remove and an add. So Oh, well, that's interesting. This is actually something completely different, but might as well fix it now. It's oh man, what are you called? Watch. What are you called? Watch session manager. Yeah. Manager. It's all like shared or like current session. I named it. Yeah, current session. Yeah, I don't know if we really need to test out our color stuff here. That's funny. I even wrote tests and those tests work. So there's definitely something else going on. Just have a +1 to each RGB element every millisecond. Don't chew up processing power and batteries. Be like, if you really want to use this app, you got to be part of the RGB life or you're out of here. You got to be committed to RGB. Yeah, I mean, technically these would work. Okay, I think I'm just gonna comment these out. I mean, the goal is to honestly just get rid of that and not use that anymore. So once we do our cleanup after we see that this is working, then we should be good to go. Yeah, these are just random colors there. Just like today's, yep. Yep, that should be fine. Yeah, set ring asset. It's the only test here. Remove ring asset, yep. And that should be it. Cool. Let's just run these test cases then real quick, and then we'll keep it going there. Oh, oopsie. Yeah, it should be iOS. Why did I do watch? I have no idea. There we go. All right, let's run this. Sweet. Make sure that we're still working. Did you ever writing that article for Auth0? I actually didn't. So that was during the time when I went over to San Francisco for a few months, and I was like, hey guys, I'm currently in this weird state where I'm doing this. I don't think I'm gonna be able to write it right now. Do you mind if we talk about it a little later? And they're like, yeah, no problem. And then during that time, I was like, I'm really sorry, guys. I won't be able to work on this. So it's just too much, man. It was way too much going on. And I don't want to half-ass it, so never wrote it. It would have been really cool, but other opportunities will come, Yo, CA2 Live, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Pixologic team, my friend. Glad to have you here. What the iOS session manager? Am I dumb? Dot shared. Oh, shared. Yeah, I forgot about that. Shared manager. Dot send to Apple Watch. That's the one. Not bad. Let's try it again. Yeah, it makes sense. That was just not good timing. Yeah, man. And honestly, it was kind of my fault. They reached out to me really early on. it's just every time it was always like something. Like during that time I was working on the startup, I was working on like, I was going hard in Twitch last year. It was like middle of last year, I think. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. And yeah, I couldn't keep up, and it wasn't something I was extremely interested in. I wanted to write it, but I don't even think I felt as confident in my skills to write it, you know? I believe Firebase is using gRPC for the communication between client and server. Oh, really? That must be pretty new then, though, no? Here's the article. Hi, I'm Pixelogic Dove. Follow and subscribe to me on Twitch. Peace. Yep. Yeah, you essentially hit the nail on the head there. I'm not gonna lie, that would have been a great promotion for Twitch though. 100%, man. Would have been super dope. But not a huge deal, honestly. Like I'm saying, others will come. Others will come. Won't be terrible. All right, let's run this app. Let's see what happens. See what happens. Honestly, you know, I don't even know if I would have gotten it if I would have reached out to them originally. I had a friend, I think he still works there now actually. He works at Auth0. He's one of their like technical writers, and he's like, hey, we're always looking for people to put together, you know, articles. Would you want to do one for iOS? And I was like, heck yeah, man. And then yeah. All right, purple, here we go. First randomized color. Oh my gosh, red. Oh, red. What's colors next, guys? What color's next? Orange. Oh my god, purple again? Oh my god, purple again? See, this is what I don't want to happen. There we go. There we go. Hey, I'll freaking take it, dude. This is 10 times easier than having to worry about what colors have already been selected. We could set up the picker for someone to already pick their colors. The problem is that you got to make the UI for it, and there's, at least in this update, there's just no time for that. No time for that stuff. But seems pretty good. Like, it's randomized enough where I'd be happy, you know? It's not bad, not bad. So we'll go ahead and keep that. Let's remove all that other crap. Yeah, buddy. Set ring asset. Get out of here, dude. Parking lot. We need to go here. And gotta go. All right, Lil Kaza. Have a good one, man. Have a great rest of your night. And I'll catch you for dinner tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by like always, man. Really appreciate it. Adios, ring color array. It's been real. That was one of the first pieces of code I wrote for this app. How could I get rid of it so easily? Why would you guys make me do this? In 2015, I believe, used like HTTP2 for streaming, protocol buffers for defining an API. Dude, that's so dope. That's actually really awesome. That's cool that it builds for every language, and then you just have your handler. That's dope, man. Dinner time with Pixelogic Dev. Hell yeah, man. I love it. It'll be a new series here on stream. No, you monster. Dude, I should have just been like, I should have commented all of it out and just put RIP. Or F for respect. Oh, man. Yeah, man, but it was definitely time. It's okay. There's totally time for that. Like no one needs this. No one needs this anymore. Okay. No one needs it.
People live close to the earth and the sky.
Just triple checking. That was taken out yet. All good though. All good. All right. So now, dude, just like it's so much cleaner now. It's gonna be just better. I'm trying to convince myself that this is better, even though when we first started building this app, me and my buddy, we were talking about how we plan to do the color stuff. And we were super persistent on not randomizing and making sure everyone gets each unique color. Well, not anymore. Sorry, my friend. It's over. Okay, we don't need to do that. I don't need to print when I'm getting a random color. Should just get a random color. Pretty straightforward. Yep, that should be good. Let's do another search real quick for this. Memory manager? Oh, gotcha. That was just a commented on thing. So save to memory. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that any longer. Here we have commented stuff, more commented stuff. Here, don't need to worry about that either. Bunch of commented code here. Oh boy. What was, I think this is just one of our files. Holy crap, can we delete one? We can, I think. Yeah, this is our old memory manager. Memory update manager. Yeah, now we're just using one memory manager. So we should just remove this whole thing. This is cycles utilities. Cycles utilities memory update manager. Yeah, see you later, dude. Move to trash. Oof, man, it's the best feeling deleting files. But also very scary. Done. Oh, update color array. Let's make sure, we'll probably come back and grab that. This is all in here? Updated color array. I guess we can search for literally just like color array. Oh, this is for pod. Can't mess with that stuff. Yep, don't need to do that. Yeah, that honestly, this will be pretty good. And this is our something completely different color array update. We can remove this stuff. I guess I'm kind of doing some cleanup as we go through here as well. Nice. Yeah, we can just leave that stuff there. I think this was that whole file. Yeah. Okay. More of this here. Is there anything left? Nope. This is in WatchKit extension, and this is utilities, memory update manager, watchOS. Yeah, so we consolidated this into one file. It's called memory manager, and that's just being shared across both devices now. Yep. So that's gone. Check for color array. My God. Get out of here, dude. Ring color array. Don't need that anymore. These test cases we do not need anymore either. So let's just remove them. Have you thought about what your next project is going to be? You know, Evgen, I haven't. I'm kind of in the mood to see this through for a little while. I want to get it to the point where I set up a brand new server, something that is not using on memory or device memory, but actually using like offline sync and things like that. And I think I'll be happy with this when I have some sort of like not like an analytic system, but something where you can at least check like prior cycles. Like last year at this time I did blah, like I completed this cycle this many times. I think that's where I've always wanted this app to be. So I think for a while I'm going to be working on that. And then once that's done, last year we were actually working on this computer vision desktop app, and I think I might continue working on that. It was for PUBG, but we can use it for essentially any battle royale game. So I think I'll probably pick that one up. That one was a lot of fun. And I was learning a lot, man. I learned how to write Python. I learned about how to use OpenCV. Started getting into like machine learning stuff. It was a good time. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so we're just removing all these from our test cases now. Oh, and another thing I really wanted to do is whenever this starts using a server and not on-device memory, I wanted to actually create a Twitch extension for cycles for streamers. I thought that would be really cool. Where essentially is you sign in with your Cycles account and you can have your Cycles pop on stream, right? Because people are streaming hours on end, 8-10 hours a day. So it'd be cool to have your habits like during stream, and then there just needs to be some sort of like there needs to be some sort of community involvement, which would be really cool. I don't know what it would be yet, but something where chat can influence your cycles in a way. I think that'd be really awesome. You think you're using Firebase for the backend? I think so. I think so. I'm thinking Firebase, or I want to use Realm. I've always been really interested in Realm. So we'll see when we get there. Hopefully it's pretty soon. I think, like, honestly, if we keep working on this at the rate we are, I think we'll get there pretty quickly. Yeah, I don't think I need these anymore. These are just helper functions, I believe. Yeah. That's an awesome idea. Hey, thanks, Sam. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I'm like, wow, this would be a fantastic way to, like, just create something for Twitch as well. You know, I'm always wanting to do that. And, like, I've been really wanting to get into Twitch extensions. They seem really cool. All right, let's run these test cases real quick to make sure that nothing broke. We should be good. Failed. Oh, remove ring asset. Yep, don't need that. Yeah, let me clean and then let's build first. I totally forgot about that. See if I missed anything, which it looks like I did. Let's see. Edit cycle is defined but never used. Oh, this literally, oh my god. See, this block was literally just for colors stuff. My lord. Yeah, that's literally what it is. So let's just get that out of there. So apparently that was it. Okay. Haven't used Realm yet. Gets too expensive too fast for me. Ah. Yeah, I can also see that. Especially since it's smaller than something like Firebase. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It's always something I've wanted to use. It was one of the first things I learned about when I was learning about iOS, and I'm like, I was very fascinated by it. I thought it was very cool. So definitely interested to check it out. But also Firebase is just so easy to use, and it's very reliable. It's $30 a month and you only get 1 month for free. Oh shit. It's actually kind of bad. It's really bad. At least for this app, I do not have that budget. I don't have $30 a month for that. Not yet, at least. All right, yellow. Green. Or, there we go. It's so easy. It's so easy, man. And now let's do it on, let's do it with our watch. Make sure that we're updating properly. And we should be good to go, folks. Is good times. Is good times in the color world. Right. Yeah, what I'm talking about is like for a side project type deal, you know? But if the benefit's there, obviously it makes sense to pay for it. But yeah, if it's a side project, things like Firebase are much easier to pick up and are much cheaper. You know, just like using Heroku over something else. And you get literally a lot of free time for any side projects. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Blue. Yeah, baby. See, they random. Yep, that's it though. It's awesome. Yeah, exactly, Evgen. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't actually know that. I didn't realize it was a higher barrier of entry. Cool. So it looks good to me, guys. I'm happy with going this route, and I'm really glad that we did it. Okay, so let's commit this. Let's move on to something else finally. We are adding or moving need for a changing cycle color. Yeah, essentially that's it. Awesome. Okay, so we did that. Did I have that here? After 8 cycles, app dies? What the heck, Alec? What's wrong with you, man? Cycle colors are not randomized. Now they are, my friend. Okay, I think this is one thing I really wanted to fix. This is more of a dev thing, but I have different schemes set up, and they're not working properly. Like it's not catching when I'm using my dev scheme here. So the cycles dev, let's go to edit. This is debug. So that's good there. So if I go to like, oops, if I go to beta though. And I want to go edit scheme. Build configuration is beta. Yeah, I thought I set these up properly. Product bundle identifier beta. Oh, oh. Is it because I called it dev? I think I found the problem. It's a simple one at that. No. If dev. No, it's not. Right? Yeah, because if I run this. Let's see if that hits. I don't think it will. What the heck happened? What? I literally have not changed. Did I change something? No, I didn't. Okay, that's weird. I just did a quick clean on the project and see if that fixes it. That was really weird. I wonder if I have it as, because I have it as debug. Yeah, it just took a dump, man. This out of nowhere. I was like, I was in WatchKit. Yeah, it was really weird. Not sure what that was. But yeah, no, it's if release, which I'm very confused about. Why is that using release? The weird thing is that it app display name. Oh, unless it's not. Yeah, that's what it should. That's what it should be. Yeah, so let's take this. I don't know why that was hard-coded in there like that. But now I'm wondering my bundle identifier if it's the same way. Yeah, this is just really to set up different environments, and so they have their different buckets of memory. And also there's a couple settings in here like log to Crashlytics and stuff. If it's in the dev build, it'll just print it instead of actually logging to Crashlytics. Okay, this is Cycles beta, but it still is only hitting release. Yo, what's up, Babisky? Welcome in, man. Thanks for stopping in. It was really weird, dude. I'm not really sure why. Yo, Babisky with that 2-month resub? Dude, my guy. Super crazy. Thank you for that Twitch Prime resub, man. Always appreciate your support. Thank you again for that, dude. You are the guy. The one and only Basker. Really appreciate you, dude. What is dev checking against? So dev should be checking against the actual bundle identifier, or not even the bundle identifier, but more so or maybe yeah, it should be more so like the bundle identifier. And so you can set up these different. That's so weird, dude. So it has release, debug, and beta. And as long as I set those up in my schemes, right? So in my beta scheme, I have my build configuration as beta. I started the year off great with confirmed strep on January 1st. Holy moly. Well, don't pass it along over here with that sub, man. I don't know if I want it anymore. Just joking with you. But I appreciate you, man. And I hope you're feeling a little better, though. It's been a couple days since January 1st. Yeah, because let me double check this. I've set this up in other projects, and I don't know why this isn't working here. I've been on the antibiotic for 3 days now, and I finally get to go back to school after a week and a few day break. Holy moly. Ah, that sucks. Strep is bad, man. Yeah, so this is where I'm more along the line of generally most enterprise blah blah blah. As in this case, in the image, use the screen. Oh, you can actually. I had no idea about that. Oh, it's pretty cool. Okay. I didn't know that you can make these custom configurations. I'll take it, man. That's dope. So edit scheme, right? After that, you can select which build configuration the build process must be done. Traded my BMW for something sick? Oh my gosh, please let me know what this was. First of all, what BMW did you have? Secondly, what did you trade it in for? So, I wonder if, like, if I check for debug here, I don't know. No, because it's dev. So it was Okay. All right. We're gonna work on this later. I have no idea what the heck's going on. I'll get this done off stream, and then I'll let you know what the fix is. I just cleared all the changes, make sure that it's still working. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We'll figure this out one day. Really weird. No idea why that's like that. But, okay, so this is what it looks like. Oh, right, that tannish interior. Yup. I'm not a fan of that either. But hey, if you were able to talk down the price, I would not complain. That's awesome, man. Fantastic. Okay, so the next thing is Watch app having notification scheduling issues. Yeah, that's a big one. So we should switch over to that. It's a big regression. So essentially, is when you would create a new cycle on the Watch app, you would end up getting notifications like right away, or it'd say that you have a cycle to complete right away, and that's not the case at all. So let's start debugging that and seeing what the issue may be there. And so what I'm thinking is you create the cycle. Once you create it, it sends a request to iOS to create the notifications for you. Excuse me. Had a brain fart. So let's figure out where that's happening here. See why the notifications aren't being created properly. It's really the big one. Not that, probably. Excuse me. Is it not here? we're going to wait for that reply handler. When that reply handler comes back, that means that we have scheduled our alerts, and that's when we're good to go, I guess, to save, right? But this was here outside of that reply handler, essentially saying, as that is running, save that, update our table, pop to controller, and then save to memory. It's an update cycle action. I don't know why I kept that there. Okay, so if that, we're not using that. So we're here, new cycle created, guard last. Why did I comment this out? Well, this could probably be the issue. I obviously did something here. trigger request trigger. Your calendar notification trigger. Day components equals weekday. Why did I comment this out? What the heck? They look to be the same. Oh no, they don't. There's a bit of a difference. Excuse me, this was actually from somewhere else, I believe. So for requests in requests, I guess let's debug through this and let's figure out what's going on. I mean, we can look at it all we want, but it's just let's see what's going on here. So essentially, we're going to debug the iOS app, and once we get the request, we should come in here, figure out what the issue is. The thing is that we are saving back to memory here, and this should trigger a oh, wait. But I also am sending this back. So, game plan. We debug this, create a cycle on Apple Watch for a starting time of now, like 6 a.m. today, Thursday. And then we check to see if the trigger date is set here. If the trigger date is set here, and we save to memory, essentially, we can use our method that we made yesterday, which is save to memory from other device, and then we can send back the cycle array to watchOS, and we can save that using that same method to device. So let's do that. Let's see how this goes. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm ready for it. Just deleting the other cycles out. We just have to go through the onboarding first, and then we'll continue on, friends. I'm a cool cycle. Yeah. Okay. 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 I'm a cool cycle. There we go. But that doesn't really matter. That should work as expected. Yeah. All right. So we have that. I'm going to go to add cycle. Now I'm going to say, hopefully this works. We've been having some issues with this that we need to change as well. We go there. So Apple Watch said, yo, I just created a new cycle, sent that request over to iPhone. It's like, yo, create my notifications. All right. So create the notifications. And we have 5 requests here. So the big thing I want to set up, I want to go through this. If let trigger equals you on calendar notification trigger. If weekday, trigger at day components. So whatever, some 2. So that's going to be Monday. And this is what? It's 5, I think. Oops. 5, yeah. So today is 5, Friday is 6. So day 5. Yeah, 5 should be going here. Okay. So I guess let's put this here really. So we schedule a notification and then we track to see so we can set up the trigger date. And then this here. Oh. 3, 4. So we should be at 5 now. Okay. So we get here, we're at 5. If last.state.triggerdate.weekday is equal to nil, which I don't believe it should be. Okay. Last.state.triggerdate. So the trigger date is now being set on the cycle with our date components, and then we set the notification category of cycle complete or whatever we have for that. So let's PO last.state.trigger date. Okay, so it should be at 6. Oh. So this is actually working correctly then, but this logic's not making sense because this is setting it at minute 1, weekday 5. So it's setting at 6:01 a.m., which means that's already passed. This is a repeating alert. So maybe what I should be checking for is if it's repeating. Why did I do this? So PO.request. Dot trigger, I think, and then it's repeats. Yeah. Okay, so that repeats. So why don't we just do this? We should just check to see if the cycle repeats. If it's repeating or not, right? And so if I open this app, oh, it didn't finish the save process, so it didn't actually go through. But I go here, we get this. If the weekday equals today, and so we say we have a notification for today. Yeah, we have a notification for today. Check to see if it's repeating. And then we can say if repeating, then we need yeah, if repeating, then do not set on trigger date. If non-repeating, then set on trigger date. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking here. Let me comment this code out real quick. And then we're gonna go here. So if trigger.repeats, trigger.does not repeat, this doesn't make any sense here either. Why did I have this? I don't understand what the point of this was. Because this is saying weekday is equal to today. But the trigger date weekday equals nil. Then we set it for the next day. But what if next day is not a... What if next day is not a day to do your cycles? You know what I mean? So I honestly don't know why I did that. I was just using what was already there, at least for the iOS portion of it, so I'm kind of confused by that. Let's just run it, see what happens. See if there's any difference. There should be, hopefully. Let's actually just remove that. So we go here. Hello. And then we'll go here, weekdays. Go here. And then again, we're going to do when this equals 5, since today's Thursday. It's 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, nice. Fahad, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Pixelogic team. How's it going, my man? Yo, it's Coder's Life. What's up? Hello, fellow iOS developer. Hello there. Welcome in, man. Thanks for coming back. How are you doing today? Oh, no, hold up. I'm totally confusing myself. Initial notification scheduler. This is literally to set up the... This is literally to set up the initial alert. So all of these are going to be repeating every single time. Right? Yeah. Yeah, these are going to be repeating every single time. Did it... Wait a second, did it not save? What the heck just happened here, buddy? So there should be... What the heck? There's some weirdness going on. A lot of this is weirdness, apparently. But this is our notification object. And yeah, it's 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Monday through Friday, all repeating. And it seems to be set up here, yeah, where that's happening then. So I think this was initially correct. I think that part was not correct. That was the issue. But let's go through this logically then. So when we do an initial notification scheduler, again, this method is going to be creating all the initial notifications for the days you have just selected. So if I'm going through here, I get all my requests, comes back as an array, right? And it says schedule notification. So each request is going to be scheduled in our notification center, which is good to go. Then we're going to say, we're going to check to see if our trigger is a UN calendar notification trigger. It should be, but always should optionally unwrap it. Then we get our weekday component. If that weekday is equal to today, I wrote here, we have a notification for today. Check to see if it's repeating. Oh no, this is what I just wrote. This is not valid anymore. My bad. This is not valid anymore either. Let me just save that just in case. I wrote, if the cycle does not have a trigger date yet, keep going. So I think I wrote that same thing up here. No, I had schedule, trigger date component, use weekday. If there is an alert, that means cycle won't be happening now, so schedule for next day. If let trigger request trigger, if trigger date equals that. So let weekday equal trigger. No, that part doesn't really make sense to me for some reason. I don't know why I did that. Because set upcoming trigger on cycle. Oh, okay. I think I remember now. Oh, I think I remember. So pretty much what I did was I'm just going to talk through this, so maybe this makes more sense. We have a concept of these notifications, right? And so these are the alerts for every checkpoint that you complete. And there's a concept of repeating and non-repeating alerts. Repeating alerts are alerts that will repeat indefinitely. Those are like the initial notifications you should get every day for when you've set your cycle to start. Those will repeat until you delete the cycle. Based off of those, more notifications are generated based on how you interact with other notifications. So essentially, when you create a brand new cycle, you set up all these initial notifications for the days that you've selected, which is returned here in requests. And for each one of those, I should probably schedule these later though, like after there's something. And so today's Thursday, right? Let's say I don't want to do any cycles today. I don't want to work on any habits. What I need to do is take that trigger. I'm checking here to see if that trigger is the notification. So I take that notification, check to see what the weekday component is. And if that's equal to today's date, we're going to check to see if today's date is a weekday. Or if the notification for that cycle is equal to nil. If that's the case, that means oh no, I think I keep confusing myself. Hold on. It's set upcoming trigger date on cycle. If, okay, yeah, I remember now. If this is equal to nil, this means that there is no cycle scheduled for today. Like scheduled for later on during the day, because depending on when you set this cycle, it might be too late to begin your cycle. So it just schedules it for the next day. But we just set the next day because every day your cycle's reset and it reconfigures that notification object. And so this ends up becoming something other than nil. So we just put like a kind of like a dummy value there, essentially. That's pretty much what's happening here. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. And so I think this was actually originally correct. But was there an issue with it? I don't remember. I gotta look. Yo, Mantis159159. Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the Pixelogic team, my friend. Glad to have you here. Thank you again for stopping by. So after that long-winded explanation, let's figure out. Oh, I keep forgetting. Let's figure out if this works. Let's figure out if this works. Yeah. And we seem to have an issue with our WatchKit app on updating the view. I think it's because of how I changed it. Oh, see, there you go. There's that. We're going to delete it now. See ya, dude. So we're going to go here. We'll put a breakpoint here. No problem. Yeah, thanks, man. How's it going today? You doing all right? Hope you're having a great day, great morning, or great evening, depending on where you are in the world. Okay, so let's go here. Let's create our cycle. We're going to do weekdays only. Press that. We come here. So now we're at the point where our weekday equals that. And let's check out to see what this is. So we do have 5. So then at that point, should we have something on our trigger date already? We do. So you'll see here, we already have a whole notification object scheduled on our trigger date. And that's repeating at 1:18 and 1 hour 18 minutes. You're fine? Good to know, man. Good to know. And is this repeating? No, see, this is our non-repeating alert. And this is for day 5. Where's day 5? Weekday 5. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. So now let's figure out how we can trigger that there, though. I'm pretty sure that was through... what is it through? What is it through? I think... So we do weekdays here, and then our start time, I think we have to do it... It's either super early or super late. I'm gonna go super late, but that wouldn't make any sense because then the next... Or actually, yeah, let's try that. Yep, so we come in here. And this PO. Oh yeah, it's going for 10, 10.8. So that's okay. I guess the next thing I want to verify. This is kind of jacked up right now. We'll fix that in a minute. It's just I was working on it and we moved over to this. I want to make sure that if I schedule for a day that is not today, like weekends, that this still works as well. And yeah, that shouldn't hit here at all, which makes sense. So I go back in here. Cool. Cycle isn't scheduled today. And then our notifications. I think we're good. Yeah, this looks pretty solid to me. Yeah, this weekday 1 and 7. So now let's go back. First, let's remove this stuff here. Forgot that was actually there. I'll go back here. And now we're going to go back to the Watch Kit app. And let's make sure that we are doing this properly. So, oh, right. The whole point of this was we were coming in here, right? I thought I changed this. No? Oh, yeah, this was up here. We have 2 sections that essentially do this. We're in here, and we check for activation, whatever. I decided to put that if these things are not activated, we want to set div save to true, set save memory manager, and then we will, well, I need to put this on a main thread as well. So save, did save is true. We actually saved to memory. But since this is I guess I forgot, like, this can only be accessed if you have the Watch app installed. So if there's some weird reason that the session isn't activated, we set this here and we just save the cycle. And then also the option of sending a message. I was thinking here we actually just send back our cycle array that we just set. So here we can actually do save to memory from other device. And then here if we have, so this is a message. If we do have a message, we're going to send that back to iOS, or send that back to Watch, excuse me. And we want phone cycle array to go back as well. I think we need to actually create a reply payload. So let's do that right here. Do var reply payload, and it's just going to equal string any, I believe. Is it any optional? No, it's of type any. Looks colorful. Was it always like that? Yeah. Yeah, Fox in the Box. The IDE has always been like this. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Griffin? Welcome in, man. Why mixing var and let? So those mean two different things. Var is a mutable property. Let in Swift is a immutable property. So I know I'm not going to change message, so obviously I don't need to set that as a mutable property. So that's on product hunt. Oh, nice. Nice. Dude, there's a lot of habit apps out there, man. There's a lot out there. Didn't know it was Swift. Oh, no worries, man. Yeah, y'all all good. Yeah, we're using Swift. We're doing native iOS dev right now. Doing refactoring of this app right now called Cycles. You can feel free to check it out there if you want. This is the first iOS app I made, and there's a lot of things that need to be changed. So that's what we're kind of doing right now and getting ready for a release. Yo, Dr. WD40, what's up, man? Yeah, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'm glad you were able to swing by too. Thanks for stopping by. How's it going, man? Like the design? Hey, thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Actually lied. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to keep this as it is, as this current way is working. And like I said, I don't want to rock the boat with too many changes at the moment. We don't want too many regressions. All this refactoring for certain things like this will happen as more updates come out. So I think right now this is good. This essentially does exactly what this does. Yo, Stacking, what's up? That's what a reef layout looks like, Chris. Uh-oh. Yo, killing birds is a fish. Killing bird is a fish? I like that. Okay. Design's nice, but the app itself looks useless. Damn. Savage. Okay. Yeah, definitely not for everyone. Okay, so we were over in where the WatchKit app, and no, we're up here. Okay, so we do this, we do our request, blah, blah, blah. So essentially we actually want to discard changes there. And we want to keep those changes there. Those are cool. I'm a very nice loving guy. Yeah, for sure, my man. For sure. You can definitely see it. We don't need this anymore though. Or do we? So it's activated here. Send message, archive cycle array, reply handler. iOS did schedule alerts. Send message here. Again, reply handler goes here. Yeah, wait, hold on. My entire save method. Here it is. Yeah, I was going to say, the whole thing is gone. Yo, Killing Bird, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the team, dude. Yo, Zizo, what's up? Do you have any knowledge in using Cloud Foundry? I actually do not. I don't know if anyone else in chat does. They might know. We got some smart people here. Welcome in, man. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, no problem. No problemo. This was just the extra bracket. There we go. Okay, so this should pretty much handle our use cases at the moment then. Let's double check. Let's go ahead and run the watch app. And let's make sure we are Gucci. I guess debug the iOS app and we'll do everything on the watch app. Without any errors. Ooh, that's pretty vague, man. You're gonna have to probably provide a little more than that. I'm sure if you do a couple Google searches, you'd probably find something pretty useful online. Have you tried doing that? Alright, so we did that. We just deleted that cycle. We have none left. Let's create a brand new one here. I think we should be set. Sure, we can do every day here. Cool. Create that. Purple. And it brings us back to this. Why? That's weird. So you see we have our non-repeating alert here. But this is dimmed out saying that it's not set properly. Let me go to the watch app now. Why did that just happen? I wonder, is it because it's coming from here? Was this the fix all along? Was this the fix all along? Let's try this real quick. Hold up. This could have just been it. And we need to wrap this in a main queue. Okay, okay. Something like there should be. No, actually, move that real quick. All right, try this again. So I'm thinking what's happening is we send a message. This is an immediate message to iOS. iOS says, okay, got your cycles. Let's go ahead and create alerts for them. Creates all the alerts. It does save to memory there, which triggers a request back to watchOS. And it's like, all right, I created your alerts. Here are all your cycles back. watchOS then saves it to memory. And I think this is overwriting it, because this actually doesn't have the updated cycles in it. But we only want to do this on return of a successful notification creation. And once that's done, then we'll pop to root controller. Or yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, we'll try it out, see what happens. All right, so we're back here, building the watch app. Go here, create that. So does it never hit our handler? Or it just never gets a reply? That would be interesting if this never gets hit. Let's see if that went through. Apparently it did. And that did work. So I think our assumption is correct. Building cycles? This is so 2018. Thanks, man. We're stuck in 2018, man. It's 3 days in 2019. It's hard, you know, hard to get out of it. Let me now debug the watch app and see what's happening here. This isn't hitting properly. I gotta double check. I don't know if any of you know of a way to debug both Apple Watch and iPhone app at the same time. It's kind of annoying. You have to like stop one, then you gotta start debugging another one. It would be cool if you can attach multiple debuggers at the same time. I haven't been able to figure out a way. Okay, so I'm actually just going to remove this real quick. Yep. Let's go ahead and add a new cycle here. So every day. Interesting. How the heck is this working then? How is this working? It never hits the reply. Oh my god. You know why? I think I totally know why. Ooh, I think I totally know why. There's two things going on here. One, we're not actually sending back a reply handler. I don't think we're ever calling it. Two, we do send back a reply handler later on. But that is for updating a cycle, and that does not, that's not included here. So this is actually kind of really broken. It's actually kind of really bad. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, no wonder the reply never comes back. Not sure if this helps or not. Hey, thanks, Stack. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for taking a look at that. Yeah, this definitely would help. Select the iOS. Oh, interesting. Okay, that actually might work. I'm going to bookmark this and take a look at that. Yeah, I appreciate that, my friend. I'm sure that does help. Okay, so let's look back into this. And we're going to pseudocode it out. That's definitely needed in one of these scenarios. But give me 1 second. I'm just going to run to the restroom real quick. I will be right back. Thanks. All right, sorry about that, guys. Okay, yeah, so let's see what the heck is going on here. So pseudocode. We come in here to save a cycle. First thing we're going to do is grab our encoder, get ready to encode a cycle array. Button selection animation. Okay, that works too. I don't really need that. Let's put that there. We're going to append new cycle array. So first we should do a guard here. Current cycle. Else we have nothing to do in this block of code. We don't really care. Or this is really the current. I guess there's more than pseudocode, so I lied. We're going to be doing a mix of both here, it looks like. Current cycle is nil. Leaving. Is need? No. Leaving. Perfect. And then from there, return blocks always, or guard blocks always need to return. We have that, then we can append here. If we unwrap an optional value without checking to see if it's nil or not, we'll actually break the app, will crash. So we do that here. As long as that's set up, we can append that to our array. Then we're going to start doing our archive, which is this line here. Grab our cycle array, archive it, boom, good to go. And then we're going to send message over to iOS and handle creation of initial notifications. Yep, makes sense. Doing that. And this is going to be in a async dispatch queue. And from there, we check to see if our the session for connecting Apple Watch and iPhone is supported. And this should be supported if that the device supports watch connectivity, even though I don't even think this is something that's needed anymore. And also, actually, hold up. I think I've set this up already in a helper in this class. We have a watch session manager. What is it? It's not reachability, but it is current session. I did not. Maybe it's in the other class. I mean, I guess there's always the opportunity that someone could still be running the first Apple Watch? No way. Maybe. This does support iOS 10. There probably are devices out there that are still running this on iOS 10. Session apps are always available on Apple Watch. They're also available on iPhone that support pairing with an Apple Watch. Okay, so if we are in Apple Watch, that makes sense. That's just repetitive. We don't need that. We just need to check to see if the session is activated. So you do that guy there. Then we're going to grab our session. And session is, yes, it's using our watch manager to get the current session. Okay, we're going to send the message. Schedule alerts for new cycle. Passing in our archive cycle array. Just up here. And then our reply handler, which is a part we are not doing very well. So here I'm gonna go ahead and do our cycle or response, probably a better way to do this. And then I'm gonna say saving to device. And then that's where we do our stuff here. So decode dictionary, because it's going to pass back a dictionary. Get cycle array. Use save to memory from other device. And then from there, first we actually check to see if message is passed back. Decode dictionary to get cycle array. And then before that, if message available, pop display or pop alert to show message. And that should be good. That should be good. Yo, Rebel Edits, what's up? What you building? Yeah, thanks, Stacking. We're refactoring an iOS app that's actually live out in the store right now. You can take a look at right there. Yep, currently using native Swift, and we're working on this is an iPhone and Apple Watch app, so we're working on the Apple Watch app right now. Fixing up some communication between the watch and the phone. I did schedule alerts. Yeah, I think that should be pretty good. So now we need to look at the iOS portion of this. Make sure we are doing the stuff that we're expecting. No, this is gotta search for cycle. Yeah. Okay, so it's generate alerts. Okay, cool. Never tried doing any app stuff, so this is cool to see. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, it's a good way to get into it. I built this app to learn how to build iOS apps and learn Swift. So, yeah, thanks for coming by, and feel free to ask any questions if you got them. It's a fun process, that's for sure. Okay, so we send the payload over to iPhone. iPhone gets it. We say if data, if there's schedule alerts for new cycle. Then we will cycle to schedule, decode it. Then we will do our index here, editing cycle, and then I don't think this is actually the right. Here we are, yeah. Yo, Rebel Edits, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the Pixelogic team, my friend. Glad to have you here. This part was for edit, that's why. Or schedule alerts for new. Yeah, generate alerts for new cycle. And so again, we're still looking for schedule alerts for new cycle. And then we do our decoding still, same thing here. Then our initial requests go here. I mainly just do website maintenance, so this is a bit out of my reach. Hey, that's not really a bit out of your reach. Websites are now applications these days. What type of websites do you maintenance? Is it like progressive web apps, single page apps, just static HTML and CSS? Interesting. Okay, so this is actually... Wow, I set this up really weird. Why didn't I realize that you could just use a reply handler here? This is going to take a lot more refactoring than I thought. Let me look for this. Yeah. So here, session did receive message. Schedule alerts for new cycle. Index to edit. This is returning something here. Yeah, stacking it is Polish. Digital data, put those in there. Mainly HTML projects are handed to me. I live in a very small town, so people don't spend a whole lot on website design. Hey, well, that's your job, right? Design those websites, make them pretty, dude. That's pretty cool, though, man. Very nice. Yeah, so here is where I need to call my reply handler. That's what the problem is. So I think what I can do is actually just pass in the reply handler. Alright, this is what we're going to do. Because I do have to head out, and this is going to definitely take a lot longer than the next 10-15 minutes. So we're going to right where we stopped here. And this is pretty much saying stopped at editing alert generation from Apple Watch. I'm just going to put the file. This is iOS Session Manager. And that's did receive message. We'll need to edit. We'll need to include a reply handler to send back updated cycle data. Yeah, because essentially what we're going to need to do is we're going to do it for each one of these sections here. Did receive message. All these cases should return something with a reply handler. And I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with instead of doing it the current way I'm doing. I'm fine with doing that refactor. I think we're relatively getting closer. That would fix this issue. Then we can move on to these two, which are just UI changes. This is another UI change. Quick options is a big one. Yeah, okay. So I think we'll be pretty solid. I prefer graphic design, video editing, but not a lot. So I just freelance for that usually. Gotcha. That's cool, man. I wish I was good at graphic design and video editing. Quite bad at it. But I guess you gotta practice, right? It's one of those things. Alright guys, that's gonna be the end of the stream for me on this beautiful day. I am gonna head out, and I appreciate you all coming by. If you haven't yet and you're interested in following the channel, slap that follow button for me, and get notified when I go live. Or you can feel free to join the Discord. We have an awesome community going on over there. Trying to get people in there and start a conversation about programming on Twitch and in general. So thank you all for coming by. And at the end of every stream, we love throwing that raid. So if you are a sub, grab that first raid message. We're gonna raid a fellow programmer today. And if you're not, go ahead and grab that second raid message. Let's Let's see what we can do. Let's find someone new in the programming community today. Let's see who we got. Let's see who we got. Oh, what about this guy? Learning Golang, Vim beginner. Looks like a bad day for streaming. Could be. Let's see what we can do here. Let's go say hi to this dude. I think this might be pretty fun. Let's do that. I like it. Alright guys, stick around for the raid. You remember to turn on your sound? I did. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Stacking. As you can see, I'm playing with the volume controls. Thank you again, everyone, for coming by. Stick around for the raid. Let's show this guy some love. Let's show him some love. And I will catch you all here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Doing the same thing. Yo, JT Som, thank you very much for that follow. And I'll see you all very soon. Peace and love.